Hello, guys, man. Welcome to another episode of Double TF, Jody Talks Footy. Yeah, it's been a good minute, man. It's been a very good minute. Yeah, I was sick. If you must know. But I'm back now. I'm back. Hopefully, the consistency from this moment kicks on. Today, by the way, I just want us to discuss a few things. I've had some few conversations, footballing conversations that have been bothering me that I wanted to talk to you about. But fresh off the pen, man, fresh from the pen, we this morning or late yesterday we received that Rashford might be leaving United. Or basically, he says that he'd like to face a new challenge away from the Red Devils. Shocking news. I think that we should be discussing that. And also the fact that a lot of people have seen it on the social media, I've seen it on my phone. My friends have been telling me that Chelsea Football Club basically not should, are challenging for the title. Some even believe that Chelsea are favorites for the title. Now I want to talk about that and I want to discuss it. Let's start with Chelsea, then we can talk about Rashford after. Are Chelsea Football Club title contenders? Is the hype around Chelsea actually real? Like, is this something that we should pay? Should we stay up all night worried about Chelsea challenging and potentially winning the Premier League? Listen, I'll say this now. I'm happy that I got the opportunity to make this video now. Now that everyone, the results, the hype, everything suggests that Chelsea, even the points on the board would suggest that Chelsea are title contenders. But I just want to answer that, man, because I've seen a lot of people actually believing that Chelsea could, or are even favorites to win the title. Listen, like I said, I'm happy that I am doing this video now so that I won't be accused of being result orientated or result biased, basically. Right now, if you look at the last 5 games that Chelsea have played in the Premier League, they've actually won five of five. They are 5 of 5 now, and their next 5 games, I would bet on Chelsea to at least win 4 of the next 5 games. On paper, they should be winning 5 of those, but you never know with football. So by the time we turn the year or mid-Jan, Chelsea should be in and around the top, maybe top or second by some small margin, depending on how Liverpool do. So, but I'm telling you, Chelsea are not in the title race. They are not title contenders. Listen, I understand that right now, I don't have a lot of credit in the bank to say this, given the results that they are in. Maybe given the results of my own club. But Chelsea are not in the title race. I've been watching football long enough to tell you that Chelsea don't have the makings of the champion. Look at their squad. If I was talking to my friend and I said that, okay, I need to watch Chelsea against Spurs. If they win against Spurs, then I'll probably consider them the title challenges. I watched that game, they won. And then I watched them against Brentford, they won. But lucky for me, I watched those games. I didn't see. I haven't watched this season and thought that I'm watching a title-winning team. I didn't watch this season and decide that okay, the club that I'm watching is a title-winning team. I'm happy that I'm actually saying you can clip this, record it, save it on your phone, come back to me end of May if Chelsea are in the title race. I'm not even saying that they are winning in the title race. They are within winning the league. They will fall off. I know them. What's happening with Chelsea, right? Good. I hope their fans basically. Listen, if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be secretly hoping that we're in the title race. I'd be hoping that we're good enough for the title. But I don't want their fans to be disheartened by the end results of the season because Chelsea are in a much better position than most of us would have anticipated coming to this season. What is happening with Chelsea? Let me tell you now. Let me be clear. Chelsea are winning games right now. They are winning games that they are supposed to win, which means, and they are in a position where most people actually believe that Chelsea are coming to the title. But what's actually happening is Chelsea right now are securing their top 4 place. That's what they are doing basically. They are securing their top 4 place, which is huge given the context of their seasons or given the scope of their previous seasons. Chelsea right now are securing their top 4 place, which will help them get bigger names, huge influx of money to sign bigger names, which is basically we're not even struggling to that. But most big players now want to play Champions League. So by Chelsea qualifying the Champions League, they're gonna get bigger and better players, which will elevate their squad to the level that they can now compete for the Premier League. They have a huge squad as it is right now, but it's the quality that I'm concerned about. So as of this moment, Chelsea have nice players. They have good players. I mean, but they don't have a title challenging team. There's Sancho, Madueke, Nicolas Jackson. I'm not gonna challenge for the Premier League. I'm sorry. Cole Palmer can play as well as he can, but that team right now is not ready. They are not prepared to challenge for the Premier League. It's not gonna happen. Listen, it's not gonna happen. I know this is not a favorable opinion right now, but clip it, come back to me. I promise you. I've seen. I watch it. I watch it. I watch Chelsea. I see them. When I watch them play, they are good enough to qualify for the top four. Right? If you think that Chelsea are going to make top four, you have made the right bet. It's possible. It can happen. But if by any chance you think that Chelsea will win the Premier League, no, they won't. They won't. But they will, I wish that. I honestly wish that I had my YouTube channel last season, because a similar thing happened to Liverpool last season, where people looked at the points in the board and their results. Liverpool were like ahead by 5 points at some point last season. I think basically in February, Liverpool were ahead. But I was telling people that Liverpool will fall short. This team that I'm watching, they are not sustainable enough to maintain this to the end of the season. Similar to Chelsea. Chelsea aren't playing a sustainable style of football. They concede a lot of chances. They basically they like they never superior their opinions to a point that you could tell that they dominated the game as much. Like against Spurs, for example, you can't tell me that Chelsea dominated Spurs. They deserved to win that game. Obviously they did well enough to win 4-3, but listen, right now I know that people will watch this and think, nah, man, I'm just hating, but I'm not hating. I think Chelsea they've done much better than I anticipated. I beg them to get top four. I think they might get top four, but title challenging, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. By the way, just let me know down the comments what you think. Do you actually believe? Have you bought into the hype that Chelsea might challenge for the title, or you just like me? Basically, you can see underneath the results, the hype around Chelsea. Listen, it's good vibes for the Blues right now. They are winning the game that should be winning, but I mean, I mean, David, come on, guys. Let's be serious, man. We've seen this a couple of times. We've seen this over there. Arsenal 2 seasons ago, they were like this, man. Obviously, I think we were much closer. But it happens that a team just finds good vibes. They get a hype. They do well. But eventually, they fall back. Inevitably, they fall back to where they should be. That's how the league is actually most of the times. Chelsea will go back to where they should be by the end of the season. And that is not winning the title. They're not going to win the title. They don't have a squad winning title. They don't have a goalkeeper who can win the title. Their defense is not good enough to win the title. Their midfielders are okay, but they're not the best to win the title. Their forwards are... It's like, I'm not even shaming Chelsea, by the way. I think Chelsea are doing well, but I'm just saying, this title talk, if you were worried about Chelsea, just relax. They're not going to win the title. Relax. They're not going to... Don't fall for the hype. Let people say the Chelsea are going to win the title, but come back to this channel to get some calm and relax, because it's not going to happen. No, not this season at least. It's too soon for them to be challenging for the title. Anyways, yeah. Let me know what you think about Chelsea, man. Let me know what you think about Chelsea. I just wanted to make it clear, because I've seen a lot of people telling me that Chelsea will win the title. They're challenging, but it's not going to happen. I just wanted to debunk everything that has been said. It's not going to happen. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure people are wondering, how can you be so sure? I'm sure. I've seen it. I've watched it. I've been watching football. I know these things. They happen all the time, and people lap into them. People fall for this trick every season. Once remember 2016 we were here with Spurs, man. The following season, like, it happens. It happens. So it's not gonna happen. I'm not even gonna bother myself watching Chelsea, checking that. I'm actually enjoying watching Chelsea now, because it's one of the best clubs I enjoy watching. It's unpredictable. You never know what's gonna happen. They have players that I like. I enjoy it. I'm not frustrated about Chelsea. I don't hate watch Chelsea. I don't care if they win or lose, because I know that they're not competing for the title. Now moving on to Rashford, man. This is what I want to talk about. Marcus Rashford. He released a statement yesterday that he is hoping, or he wants basically a new challenge for himself. Listen, man, Rashford has been at United his entire life, basically. He's their graduate. Now, talent-wise, right, Rashford has always been a huge talent. We've always said it. But I've I've always felt like the environment at United is not stable enough for him to flourish. I'm not talking about the club, basically. I'm talking about his development. Excuse me. I'm talking about his development. Rashford he's 27 right now. At 27, he's already played under six managers. At 20, he's already played under six managers. That can be good for a development of a young player. He played under Louis van Gaal, who was the one who gave him a chance, basically. He was a prospect at that time. Then Jose came after. Jose wasn't really rating Rashford, so it wasn't a good period for Rashford's career at that time. Then Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who basically was the perfect manager for Rashford at that time, he gave him all the responsibilities. He made him a franchise player for United. He basically he made like he dedicated his time to making Rashford Mr. Manchester United, which is good for a talent of that for a player of that talent. And at that time, you could tell that Rashford was under a coach who believes in him. He was playing very good. That's when we saw his abilities, his talent, and his performances basically. And then after that, but the club wasn't performing well enough. But Rashford as an individual was doing well. Then after that, in came Ralf Ragnick, who was the one basically who said that United needs to sell Rashford. Ralf Ragnick was the one who said that no, we need to sell Rashford. He is not good enough for this club or for the making of the club. Then after that, in came Ten Hag, and we saw that huge purple patch. Remember the celebration? Took over the world, was over social media. That huge purple patch of Rashford, he scored 30 goals. But the second season, he fell back, man. And then now, he looks to be out of favor under Ruben Amorim. Listen, man. As a development, right? We've all known. I'm sure we've all known that Rashford was a huge talent, but I've always felt like his development was tempered by United. At some point, he played through injury. I remember when he was here, that shoulder injury, he played through an injury. I think that was Anna Ole. And then he'd change coach, new system. Then he'd lose form. Then he'd come back, find form. Then he was just never stable enough at United. And as a franchise player who takes all the responsibility for the mishaps of the club, because United were not performing well for some time now, and all the blame will go to a star player, as it always does. If you do well, you get all the plaudits, but if you don't, then all the scrutiny comes to you. And Rashford has had to face that at a very young age. I think he was still 21 when he was made the franchise player of United. So, I mean, if you look, United haven't been great for over a decade now, and Rashford is in United for all this time. So he's had to take all the media pressure, the backlashes, everything. He's had to deal with all that, which I think would have affected his development as a player, his behavior, his attitude. So I feel like right now, United are under a manager who has come with a system that I don't think it favors the profile of Rashford, to be honest. I think Rashford, it doesn't favor the pro. They play with two attacking midfielders. There are no wingers, which Rashford, we know that is an out-and-out winger. So I don't think this formation currently favors his ability or his profile as a player. And he has come out to admittingly that he wants to change clubs. I think it's best for him. I think this is a win-win for both clubs because United were paying him around over 300, basically 300,000. If you pay that much money to a player, then you need them playing week in, week out, and delivering at the highest level, which Rashford wasn't doing that. So I think it would save United some wages. But also, man, Rashford just needs a change of environment, to be honest. He's 27 now. The one thing he needs in his life is stability. If there's the one thing that Rashford needs in his life right now is stability. It's not working out for him at United. I mean, I'm sure he would have loved. He wouldn't have wanted to leave United. He would have loved to stay there his entire career. But for his development, he's never going to reach his potential at that club, especially right now, given that the new system doesn't even favor him. So I think it's best that he leave. Where he goes is a question. That is it. This will be the biggest decision that he makes in his life, because right now the next move that he makes is a make or break for his career. He's 27. He needs to make the right decision. It's a huge pressure for him and his agent. He needs to make the right decision, because the next club that he goes to right now could help his career, because this is well within his prime right now, could help his career or destroy it. So, but man, listen, I was a fan of Rashford, to be honest. I was a fan. I've always believed in his talent. I've been disappointed by his performances, obviously, but the talent was there. The performances were a bit inconsistent for me. I always thought that he was a top talent. I hope that he can make the right decision, stay in Europe as well. I don't think he's going to stay in England. Stay in Europe, go to Italy. I mean, Italy likes to sign our players anyways. By our players, I mean England players who play in England, who are not doing that well in England. So they like to sign those players. I think he should go to Italy, man. I don't know which club, because Inter also play a similar formation to United, which would he seems like an outcast to that type of system. Maybe AC has Rafael Leao, maybe Napoli, I guess, John Conte, I don't know. Or maybe go to Barca, you know what, go to Barcelona. Barcelona don't have an out left winger right now. They wanted Nico Williams. So maybe Rashford might go to Barca. It will be a good move for him. Work with Hansi Flick, man. Hansi Flick turned Gnabry into a world beater. I mean, who knows what he can do with Rashford? But yeah, man, that's it. I just feel like a player of that time he's well within his prime. He's 27, man. Well within his prime right now. He should be playing the highest level, basically. He should be playing his best football right now. I hope that he finds a club and we just enjoy him. I always like when big player or good players play at a good level so we can enjoy them. So yeah, that's it, man. That's it. Listen, it's been a minute since I last uploaded. I apologize for that. I've had to deal with some external issues, but now I'm back. I'm back right now. Listen, we'll be uploading consistently. So please like, share, and comment, man. Comment. Let me know what you think about Rashford. Where do you think his next club should be, basically? I hope it's not Arsenal, by the way. Yo, listen. I hope it's not the Gunners. I love Rashford, but yeah, I don't. I hope it's not us. What do you think his next club should be? Um, what do you think about the situation? Do you think he should have stayed at United? Just let me know what you think, and also please let me know what you think about Chelsea. Do you actually honestly believe that Chelsea are in the title race? Because I cannot see, my eyes can't see it. I cannot see Chelsea in the title race. When I watch them, I don't feel like I'm watching a team that is big. It's like when something is good, right, and you see it in full flow, you almost admit that, hey, this is good. Like if you tell someone that Messi is the GOAT and they see Messi in his best football, you can almost guarantee that they're gonna agree that, yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm watching the greatest of all time here. Or so with Chelsea, I haven't seen any performance from them that would suggest to me that I'm watching the best club in the league. It's just all hype to me and vibes, man. But yeah, guys, let's keep subscribing. Let's keep. Hopefully I can make it over 100 by the end of the year. So yeah, cheers.